Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Business Meets Fitness podcast with your host Lauren Tickner, and today we are going to be going through the 7 steps to becoming more confident. Now these 7 steps are things that are going to help you so incredibly much. So just a quick little reminder, if at any point along the way you are liking this podcast episode, then please do take a screenshot and share it on your Instagram story, because it's all about getting the Business Meets Fitness podcast known, and so that more people are listening to it, because we want to increase these downloads so that more people can get this valuable information. Sharing is caring. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump straight into it with step 1. And step 1 is that know that you're not alone. You are not the only person who feels unconfident. You're not the only person that feels insecure, who gets embarrassed, who gets shy. I'll tell you now, I used to never put my hand up in school because I was so embarrassed. And look, here I am now, holding a whole entire podcast. I talk on social media. I expose myself all the time in front of hundreds of thousands of people. I never would have imagined that I would have done that. I used to feel embarrassed, I used to feel shy, and I used to be scared to speak up. And that's because I wasn't confident. And that's because I thought that I was the only person who wasn't confident. And I was so confused why I was so shy when everyone else was so confident. But know that you are not alone. And when I say this, I really, really mean it. Other people feel how you feel. You just need to realize and just think, a lot of times people are kind of faking it till they make it, and they may just be wearing a mask, and that's why they come across as so confident. So if you feel like an outsider, don't worry, you are not an outsider. We all feel that way. It just depends on your personality type, and the fact that you're listening to this probably means that you are someone who feels like you're alone in this. So just know that you're not, okay? So that's step 1. I feel like sometimes when you know that you're not alone, it's just quite reassuring. So anyway, step 2 is you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. So this is kind of more of a tip for if you're feeling unconfident in a certain thing. So for example, let's take the example of being in school and you're not feeling confident in school, you don't want to put your hands up. Well, you need to remember, okay, why am I doing this? I'm doing this to learn. If I put my hand up and I engage myself and I get involved, then it's likely that you are going to get more out of it. So you need to realize that sometimes, just really kind of pushing yourself is going to be super important. And so the same thing goes for, I think a lot of people are really scared to speak up about the thing that they're passionate about and to perhaps share their message on social media. So if that's you, then just know why you're doing it. Who are you serving? Who is it going to help? Who are you not helping by not sharing? Imagine if you shared something and it helped 5 people. That's amazing if it just helps 5 people. But if you're holding back because you're not feeling confident, then you are not serving these people. So you need to realize that through you actually just plucking up the courage and just doing it, you're serving people. And that in itself should help you do it, because the more you do it, the better at it you'll get. So that is number 2. Number 3 is really important, and it is educate yourself. So when it comes to being confident, if you really know that what you're talking about, and you know your craft, and you literally are crystal clear about what it is that you're saying, then it will just come out with ease, and you won't be umming and ahhing, because you'll know that what you're saying is correct. You'll know with full confidence that what you're doing is right, and that you're not, because I feel like a lot of times when people are afraid to make mistakes, or if they don't know what they're talking about and they're not well versed and well educated, then they're not going to be confident. Because if you don't really know, like again, the example from school, if you're in biology and you hate biology and you find it really hard and confusing, you're not going to be confident at it because you're not good at it. So if you educate yourself on it, and obviously, I always am a true believer that you should focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. So just get super strong in your strengths. Number 4 is positive affirmations. So positive affirmations are something that I used to think was ridiculous. I used to think that it was like a load of woo-woo crap, really. I used to think literally, what the hell is this hippie stuff? I won't use the S word there, but you know what I mean. And I was just like, who the hell does this? What saddos, what losers? And then I started doing it. Yes, I started doing it. So in the morning, I say, literally the second I get out, like the second I lay in bed and I say this, I am fit, I am happy, I am healthy, I am strong, I am successful, I am independent, I am calm, I am ambitious, and today is going to be a good day. And the second that I've said that, and I say it out loud, by the way, I then jump out of bed. Now, obviously, if you have a partner or if you've got like flatmates or whatever, and you don't want to be too loud, just say it in your head or whisper it to yourself. But you can also do it while looking at yourself in the mirror. I find that doing that's really, really helpful. Now, I am someone who is now very, very confident. So I don't really feel like I need to do it in the mirror. And I feel like it's just become a part of my day. And I kind of say the things that I want to be. So, you know, I want to be fit. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to be successful. I want to be independent. I want to be... And the reason why I added calm is because I suffer from anxiety. So I feel like if I just say that in the morning, I'm going to be calm today, then if I'm like, I am calm, then it just really helps me make sure that I stay calm. So positive affirmations have honestly changed the game for me, and they have helped me become so much more confident. You could even say in your positive affirmation, you could literally have one thing: I am confident, I am confident, I am confident, and just say it to yourself. As I said, I don't believe in fake it till you make it, but I do think positive affirmations, they just work because it brings to the forefront of your mind, I am confident. So it's going to help you be confident. Okay, so number 5 is more of like a vanity one, but it does help. You know, dress in a way that makes you feel good, put makeup on, get a haircut, like just do what makes you feel good, and that what makes you feel confident. I genuinely find that if I'm wearing makeup, I'm more motivated and I do feel more confident. Okay, maybe I don't feel more confident, but I feel more productive. I feel more motivated, and I feel more like I want to just get on with work. And so at the same time, I do think like if you're rocking like let's say you're at some party and you're rocking some like awesome outfit, like a really nice dress, or if you're a guy, like some really nice suit, you're gonna feel really confident, and it does definitely help. You know, you might have a new haircut that looks awesome. It helps for sure. So remember, if you are enjoying these tips, take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram story, and tag me at Lauren Tickner, and also at Business Meets Fitness. That is the Instagram page for the Business Meets Fitness podcast. And now that my personal branding course, Impact Through Influence, has been launched, I am going to be focusing a lot more on the podcast to get a lot more content out. So yeah, super excited about that. But anyway, so yeah, please do share, and the link to Impact Through Influence if you're interested in building your personal brand. The link is in the description for this podcast. So anyway, back to where we were at. So the next step is know that people are not judging you, and if they are, so what? So we have around, it's been proven that we have like 65,000 thoughts per day. And a lot of these thoughts, I believe it's 60 to 70% of them are negative thoughts. That's crazy. That's so many bad thoughts that we have per day. And a lot of times these bad thoughts are literally just thoughts. And when you realize that they're just thoughts and that it's just your mind playing tricks on you, and that your brain is programmed, because obviously, you know, we were cavemen one time, and the cavemen needed to not be killed by evil people. So we're obviously thinking in our heads the whole time, oh, these people are judging me, blah, 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 all that rubbish. However, it's just simply not true at all. They're not judging you. These people are not. And again, if they are judging you, like you're in school or something, you're in college, university, or even in your workplace, if these people are judging you, then what is wrong with these people? They are saddos. Like, they are literal saddos. And if you think in your head so much that these people are judging you, maybe it's saying something about your character because you're judging those other people the whole time. So maybe you need to kind of reassess and think, am I the one that's actually being the judgy person? That because I must be judging all these people to make me think that they're going to be judging me. Because a lot of times I think if you believe something so deeply, then it's because you do it yourself. So I hope that made sense. But yeah, anyway, finally, the most important tip is get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone as much as you can, because the more you get out of your comfort zone, the higher your comfort zone is going to be. Like the more broad, as it were, the more deep. So if your comfort zone is hella big, then you're going to feel more confident and you're going to thrive, And you just need to be doing things that take you outside of your comfort zone. Because if you're constantly in your comfort zone every single day and you're confident, you're constantly kind of, in this place of mediocrity and just feeling like you're coasting, that's not good enough. You need to step outside of that comfort zone. And sometimes, that's going to be hard, especially if you're not someone that's very confident. But if you're not confident and, you start doing things that really push you, it's going to help you become more confident. I personally believe that confidence is kind of a cycle, because what happens is you're not confident, so there's like a whole problem in itself. Because when you're not confident, you don't take action. However, when you take action, then you start to become more confident because you get positive feedback. And I think it's like this whole feedback loop. So the more positive feedback you get, the more confident you become. The more confident that you become, the more that you do. The more that you do, the more feedback that you get. And so it's kind of like a spiral. And I genuinely believe that like having that kind of building my following has helped me become so much more confident. And building my personal brand, because obviously through building my personal brand, I've been able to help so many people. And through helping so many people, I've become more confident, because I've literally seen that I've not only helped people on their fitness journeys, but I've also helped people build their personal brand. And obviously that makes me confident in the fact that I'm good at what I do. And so I think that really helps, but I never would have got here if I didn't get myself out of my comfort zone. So that is everything for today's Business Meets Fitness podcast. Again, there is one final thing. It could be get a mentor or a coach, because if you, let's say you're unconfident in building your very first dropshipping business, let's just say, or another example could be, let's just say you're not confident in going to train with weights in the gym and like tracking macros or whatever, well, get a coach for those exact things. Now, I actually do coaching for the both of these things. So if you'd be interested, then shoot me an email. I've left my email in the description for this podcast. But getting a coach has been something that's like literally changed my life, especially with fitness. I find with business, personally, I like to kind of go it alone just because I'm so interested in it and obsessed. But, there's masterminds and stuff. There's so many different things. But having someone who's been where you've been and has made the mistakes already means that you won't have to make these mistakes yourself, and that you can just get on with it. And I think this is especially important if you're someone who's not confident, because if you're not confident and you have someone to guide you, then that is absolutely everything that you need. So anyway, that is the end of today's episode. I hope you've liked it. These shorter versions, I would love to know whether you prefer the short or the long, because having feedback from you is so valuable, because obviously this podcast can be tailored to exactly what it is that you are after. And you may have heard somewhere along the grapevine that I am going to be releasing a new podcast soon as well, which I am. So that's going to be very exciting. I hope you have a lovely day, everyone. Please take a screenshot of this, share it on your Insta story. Also, if you're listening on iTunes, please leave me a review. Obviously, choose how many stars you want, but if you choose to leave 5 stars, I would appreciate it. You can leave a review very easily by just heading to the main page for Business Meets Fitness and scrolling down to the bottom, and then you'll see the star option and you can write a review. I'd really appreciate it if you left a review with written words. Thank you so much for listening today, and I hope you continue to enjoy the Business Meets Fitness podcast. Have a lovely day. Remember to smile.